Hey guys, I'm making this video because I've suffered from hypothyroidism ever since I've been about 28. That's not when I was 100% sure I had it. That's just when the symptoms started. Before that, I want to say that I've been healthy for most of my life, and in college I wrestled and I ate really well and I was lean, and then in my later 20s, I got married, I had kids, I started working a lot, and that's when I started living off of fast food, and my diet it got really bad. And it was like, it's weird how fast it happened, but I started feeling really stressed out. I couldn't wake up in the mornings, I was always tired, I was getting depressed, insomnia at nighttime. I had no idea what was going on, but I was 28 years old and I felt like I was 70. And it was one of the worst things that a person can go through, because it didn't just affect me, it started affecting my family. And for a few years this went on and it just kept getting worse and worse. So eventually I went up going to a doctor, and they tested my T3 and T4, and the doctor said my thyroid hormone was suppressed, and that was likely what was causing all these problems. So they put me on medicine, and I started taking these medicines, and I don't really notice much of anything. Like, it just wasn't a big change, and I still felt sluggish and tired and stressed out, and I was putting on weight. And I just felt like I wasn't healthy, and this kept just getting worse and worse. Like, no matter what I did, I didn't feel like me. I felt aged. I felt like my life was coming to an end. That's what it felt like. And so I got to the point where I realized I had to do something radically different, because this just wasn't working. Doctors weren't working. The medicines weren't. They weren't impressing me. I felt like they weren't doing anything, to be honest. And I started researching online, and I wound up reading that scientists actually admit that 90% of the medicines that are being prescribed for this either don't work, or patients are being misdiagnosed and prescribed the wrong medicines. And it just got to the point where I told myself, look, I have to do something. This is up to me, so I have to think outside the box and do something radically different. So I found this website. It's called the Hypothyroidism Revolution.com. And this guy, Tom, he practices, he's a health research and practices naturalistic medicine. And I started reading some of his articles. I'm not going to show you his course, because I don't think that would be right. But like every symptom that is on this list, I was basically suffering from. So I was impressed just by what he knew about this. I realized immediately, all right, this guy, he's saying a lot of things that my doctor didn't tell me, and he actually was able to explain why. Like, he gave solid reasoning for everything that he explained. And when it comes to nutrition, this guy he's a master at nutrition. So I want to pick up the course on a whim, and I tried it out. And it says in the course, don't expect anything immediately, because this takes time. But sure enough, like within 4 to 6 weeks, that's when I started noticing I was feeling so much better. Like, in the mornings, I would wake up, and I wasn't so groggy. I didn't feel like I had a cloud around my head. And in the middle of the days, I had more energy. And sure enough, I've just been getting better and better and better. And I'm starting to realize that, like, if you have this problem and it's been going on for years and years, you can't give up. Don't just tell yourself, I can't do anything about this. Don't adopt that victim mentality, because you owe it to yourself to do something about this. And I really believe that if you don't change your diet, no matter what you do, you are always going to feel the way you do, because nothing really changed until I made these radical changes to my diet. I followed everything in this course to a T. This is something I'm probably going to be doing it for the rest of my life, but I realize it's important, and I understand why it needs to be done now. But if you suffer from hypothyroidism, please don't put up with this anymore. It's the worst thing a person can go through, and I figured it would be smart to show people what worked for me. And you can comment if you found something that's been working for you. Feel free to drop it in the comments section. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And otherwise, I'll put the link in the description part of the video. And if you liked this video, let me know. If you hated it, let me know. But you might give me more material to make more videos with. Otherwise, thanks for watching my video, and have a good life. Bye-bye.